we were supposed to meet earlier, maybe in like October, and then he had bailed on me because Miguel got sick.
He did.
And then he bailed on me again the second time because he got in a car accident.
I did.
And then the third time, I'm pretty sure he was going to bail again, but then he actually called, and I guess my voice is nice. So he decided that, oh, well, she sounds pretty okay. So then we decided to meet at Starbucks of his choice, which was closed.
Yes. And, I hadn't heard her voice yet. We had just texted, and we had a lot of conversations, but once I heard her voice, I was like, wow, she sounds so sweet and beautiful and just nice.
Not sweet.
You sounded sweet.
Well, I'm telling them I'm not.
Oh, she's sweet. So we went for a walk around CSUN, which is a beautiful campus close to where we live now, and the walk was actually really nice. We just talked.
What did you guys talk about?
We talked a lot about werewolves and vampires. No dinosaurs, surprisingly.
I didn't know about your dinosaur love at that point. Yeah, you didn't really reveal it yet. So mostly,
Now you do.
Now I do, yeah. We talked about our family, talked about you, Nicolo, and Cherise, and the family and everything, and that history, and about my family, and our work, and jobs, and stuff like that. And,
didn't you guys see each other before? Like, just run into each other?
did we run into each other before?
Like,
She did look kind of similar to this girl at I saw at Rite Aid one time. And I hoped it wasn't her because this girl at Rite Aid knocked over my ice cream. And I love ice cream, especially from Rite Aid, at least at that time. And I was pretty unhappy about it. So there's a whole context of Rite Aid for me and ice cream. Dad, you know, we used to go a lot. So I love that Rite Aid ice cream. She didn't even say sorry or anything.
you don't remember that? No?
No.
Was that you?
No, I don't go to Rite Aid.
Have you ever seen Connor before?
You know, kind of looks familiar. You might have. Were you at my office? I'm pretty sure I was walking in the hallway and I saw you there.
Huh. No.
What was he doing in the hall?
I don't know. I heard some squeaking sounds and I got really confused and I guess I just got back to work.
No. I'm pretty light on my feet. So if I was at an office and didn't want to be seen, I wouldn't be seen.
When did Connor first cook for you?
Well, he said he had invited me over and he said he was going to cook some nice Basque soup. And he asked me if I like spicy things because the soup was apparently going to be spicy. However, when I went there, the soup was spicy and the soup was good. Come to find out, months later, he didn't even cook the soup. He had his mom cook. Was it your mom who cooked the soup? And then he just heated it up and said that he took credit for the soup that was his first meal for me.
Well, I prepared it, so I did a lot. I mean, there's a certain amount of heating that goes into Basque soup. You heat too much, you ruin it. You heat too little, it's just too cold, it's not fun. So there's an expertise that has to be.
I've come to talk with you again.
I did a good job with that. But yes,
because a vision softly creeping.
But I did buy the salsa, so I bought the salsa and added that.
No, he didn't.
I didn't make the salsa.
You didn't do anything.
No. Soup was good though, right?
It was good.
And that was first
Thank
time.
you, Laura, for the soup.
First time Kyra cooked for me. First I want to say she's an amazing cook. She really is. She's a wonderful cook. She's extremely talented in the kitchen, reading recipes. Reading
I'm
recipes.
really good at reading.
You are good at reading.
Thank you.
But the recipes, sometimes it can be difficult for me. Like add this, add that, exactly how much. And she does a great job with it. But the first time she cooked spaghetti, basically she made spaghetti. And I guess it was supposed to be sauce, but it wasn't. It was just meat. It was just meat dropped on noodles, and it wasn't. I was used to at least seeing some red.
Sauce. There were 2 cans this big. He just chose not to see the sauce.
Yeah, the sauce was apparently burned up in the cooking process because it was just like a meat. It was chili spaghetti basically because it was just that. So it wasn't. I would mess with her about it. Like, you make your meat sauce. Can I have some sauce with my meat, please? And so it was yummy. It was good, but it just wasn't exactly what I expected. But that was probably not to say it was a low point, but that was probably
low point.
No, in terms of
so we just started dating.
No, in terms
we
of
already hit a low.
In terms of your cooking,
super low.
In terms of your cooking, because you made some amazing. Oh my god!
Shout out to my dad for the recipe, which is really, really good.
Just add some more sauce, bro. Just a little bit more sauce with the meat, so it's actually
Don't
spaghetti.
Add any more sauce.
When did we first become boyfriend and girlfriend? It was on New Year's, 2015, right? I believe. What? New Year. It was 2015 though, right? New Year's 2015 or 2016. New Year's 2016.
Help him out, girl.
Can you help me out?
We became boyfriend and girlfriend in December of 2015
Oh yeah, you're right.
because I
But why do we consider New Year's our anniversary?
we don't.
We
This is
just
why you wanted him to ask us this question, and that he's gonna get it wrong. He wants to talk about he's gonna get it wrong.
I guess because we've gone to a few dinners, our anniversary dinners have been on New Year's the last few years, so maybe that's part. But we went out on New Year's to a Japanese place close to us, and the guy did have a really heavy accent when we went in there, and he was like, said something, and I was like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, we're just down. He's like, okay, cool. And then we come in, we sit down, we order, and then he's like, yeah, just so you know, we close in 20 minutes because it's New Year's. I was like, oh, so that's what he said. It made sense. I had no idea what he was saying. So it was another idea of me just not planning as well as I probably should have in terms of a big event like the first time we met, and then we had to scarf down our food in like 20 minutes. It's like our pseudo anniversary, but no, we technically became girlfriend and boyfriend when you came to visit me in Bakersfield. So December 23rd. No, December like 27th. December 23rd.
It was before Christmas.
It was before Christmas, obviously. So yes, that's when we became boyfriend and girlfriend. And then we became fiancés March 26th. March 26th, 2018.
March
20th.
24.
March 24, yes, that's what I meant. And then we'll be husband and wife on April 20th, 2019, which is Earth Day and Easter weekend, for anybody who's wondering.
How about let's go to when did you know they were the one? And we can start with
Well, first, I thought she was beautiful and intelligent and sweet, so that was, obviously those were all very alluring. I had showed her one of my favorite, not meals, but snacks that my dad got me on. And if you haven't tried it, hot tamales, the cinnamon candy, it's really good out there. And popcorn. So you cook some popcorn, you drop the hot tamales in there, you let it heat up. They kind of get a little soft, and then you eat it with the popcorn. It's amazing. But I made that for us, and she loved it. The craziest thing, we were eating it, and then...
That's your favorite memory.
No, we were eating it, and then she dropped some popcorn, like, on her lap, right? And instead of just leaving it there or just not picking it up, she just picked it up and she ate it. And I don't know what it was. It was just so cool that she was so down to earth and chill that she was like, she didn't want to waste, and she's like, oh, just fell. I'll have some.
There's just something about him, and we just get along really well. He understands me. He lets me fart around him without judging me. He also helps me not stress out as much. So I think that's when I really knew when he could handle me when I was crazy, and when he could bring me down when I was going crazy. And so he just really helped me be a little bit more mellow.
Thank you, babe.
But then he also drives me crazy at the same time, so it's just really confusing. I don't know what to do.
Love, right? You guys know. And the soup I heated up was really good, right? You really liked that.
He was asking so many questions. He never really planned.
What was the setting? So it was your birthday.
He's not really much of a planner, and it was my birthday, and I wanted to do something fun, and so I chose medieval times because I had never been. And I had a bunch of friends from work, and then a bunch of my friends, and then family coming. But then he started asking a whole bunch of questions. He's like, okay, well, is this person coming? And I said, I don't know. I said, well, is this person coming? I don't know. And then he wanted so many details, so something was obviously up, but I guess I didn't realize till later.
Well, yeah, typically I'd probably just be like, okay, what time do I have to be ready? Where are we going? That was it. But the whole week, she was starting to get a little irritated with me, all the questions I would ask, like, who's coming exactly? And I'd ask for like a list, like, okay, cool, and they've paid for their share, this and this, okay, they're coming, and have you confirmed that? And I asked if your parents were coming, and your parents were coming. So with all the friends and family coming, it just kind of seemed, and I was ready. We were already kind of at that point, and I was ready, and once I knew it was at Medieval Times, I thought, well, that'd be a great place. Everyone's there. And the one thing I really wanted is Kyra has a huge heart, and she's so beautiful and sweet, and she loves a lot of people, and makes them feel really good. So I wanted her to feel really good, and I wanted her to feel really special. And I thought, what better way to do it than me to do it in front of a lot of people and the people she loves and cares about. So that Medieval Times would be a good idea. And, one of our first conversations was about Game of Thrones, So one thing that I talk about, which I'm still kind of sad to this day, was an amazing day, but like I asked.
He was never knighted.
It was a knighting ceremony. So they have a knighting ceremony. She was like, why do I gotta be knighted? I'm like, it's fun, babe. You can be knighted. You'll like it. She's like, whatever.
I thought it was for little kids.
She thought it was for little kids. She's like, it's a night. You'll like it. Come on, just have fun. Please do it. And she's like, okay, fine. If you really want me to be knighted, I'll be knighted.
Exactly like that.
Yeah, so I got the knighting ceremony, and they said, I asked, I was like, okay, so I'll get knighted first, so I could be a knight. You know, I want to be a sir too. And then they'll bring her on, and she'll do it, and they'll give me a microphone. Like, yeah, sure, you'll get knighted. Okay, cool. And I asked that like 4 times. You know how I am about that. I was very thorough. Sure enough, you know, she gets called up to get knighted, and that's when I did it.
Baby, you're my favorite person in the world. You're my best friend. I love that I get to love you, okay? And I want to do that for every day the rest of my life. And if you let me, I will love you and appreciate you every one of those days. So if you'll have me in front of all these strangers we don't know, but hello, and our friends and our family, thank you for coming. I want you to be my wife. Will you marry me?
Let it be known that on this day, Lord Connor has asked Lady Kyra to marry him, and she has said yes. 3 cheers for the happy couple. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip!
But I asked her, and she said yes. And to this day, you know, she'll think it's weird, but it felt really good for me that she said yes. Obviously, I was so nervous. You know, honestly, without being too cheesy, it was probably, you know, next to when the wedding is probably one of, if not the best moment of my life, for saying yes and getting to kiss her afterwards. Miguel Antonio Felix, you know, we met at West High, and we were both in a stats class with a teacher that we could not understand in any way. And we're both like, oh, we can transfer? So we transferred classes, and then soon enough, in English class, you made an amazing video with Barbies about Beloved, this book, and I was like, this is so good. You had no idea how much I loved and the affinity I had for TV and film and like the aspirations I had. So I went right up to you and I was like, dude, I want to be in your next movie. Like, let me know if you guys need actors. And he was like, sure. And from then, you know, we did Joe Zombie, we did Citizen Lear, and I can't tell you if I ever had more fun than when we were on set together creating, man. And that's led to so many other things, working on shows together and things. And Miguel, man, you're one of the best humans I've ever met, dude. And you do amazing. You're only gonna do even more amazing. And I love you, man. And you know that. And I just want to continue, if I can continue, just be as good a friend to you as I possibly can, and make sure you know how much I appreciate you and everything you've done for me, bud. Okay, I'll always be there for you. I'll always have your back. Sammy, my boy, Samwise, my doubles partner. You'll always be there, even when you do those reverse backhands that I hated when you did. They went in the net, but buddy, I love you. You know I love you too. Ernesto, my boy, C-Son. I mean, all the Madden and sports we play together, and doing the set show and the podcast. Like, I would never have gotten into podcast and talk radio if it wasn't for you believing in me, man. And thank you for always believing in me, and I just have always believed in you, and I hope that I can make you feel like you were right to believe in me, man. So I appreciate it. And Nick Sturgio, I'm so proud of you, man. You talked about how you always want to go to New York. You know, we were in the car for tennis, and you said, hey, I got an NYU, and you've been there, and you've been making it, man. And I just appreciate you, man. I'm so proud of you. I respect you, and I love you too, buddy. I'm so glad you made the trek out here. Bryce, talked to my brother how much I love you, man. I love you growing up.
I remember pacing in the delivery room when Laura was in labor, watching Aliens 4 as the big alien gave birth, and then in the other room my mom was giving birth to my soon-to-be brother. And since that day, I learned what unconditional love was like for a sibling, because I never had a sibling before. And he's just grown up every year to be more mature, more amazing, more intelligent, and I feel like we've gotten even closer as I've gotten older, and we're both grown men. And I love you, brother. I appreciate every conversation. I'll always be there for you.
Is that it, though? Alex. Alex really taught me how to talk to a female, you know, and just be myself and not try to be some cool, suave guy, which is so stupid. But when you're young, you try to be cool, you know. But I actually got to be myself with Alex, and she kind of helped me realize that, you know, as Kyra finished it off, that's okay. It's okay to be me. And I love you, Alex. You know, I remember when I went and sat by you in high school, psychology, and I know you're a groomswoman, whatever you want to call it. I'm so happy you're here, and it's the same with Miguel and all my other friends here, that I would do anything for you, and I'll always be there for you.
Charisse and my sister, I love you, and I don't want to say too much right now just because I need to save it for your wedding day, and I just want you to know that I appreciate everything that you've done for me throughout the years. Not a lot of people can say that their sister is also their best friend, or their best friend is also actually their sister. So,
Pause. Alright. I see how it is. It's cool. It's cool. Resume video.
thank you for loving me completely. You know me better probably than anyone else, probably even a little bit of him. Just thank you. I love you. I'll save the rest for your wedding, but just know that you mean the world to me, and I would kill for you. Hi, brother. I love you, and I'm crying. Yeah, because I haven't always been the nicest sister. Now I'm crying for serious.
Well, it's okay for serious.
It's not okay for serious.
Yes.
He'll come out and he's gonna check, and then he's gonna see that I'm crying.
Well, he knows that you love him, and you crying kind of shows that, baby.
I just know that I love you, and I'm sorry if I was a hard sister to be around when we were smaller. I know I was crazy. I'm still crazy, but I just love you so much, and every day I just appreciate you more and more and I love you more and more just because you're growing up to be such an amazing human being, and I love you, and I'm so proud of you and everything that you're doing. I'm crying again,
That was good.
but I love you.
I love you too, man.
Dear Lacey, the things I can say about you, just know that I won't. Because everybody's here and everybody's listening, but thank you for being my friend for years. You've gone through me through most of my stages, my awkward stages, my this phase, my that phase, anything. Anyway, you've been through with me through so much. You've accepted me even when I was not doing well and cheating on my homework. You play tennis with me even though I suck. I just love you, and you mean the world to me. Thank you for valuing our friendship and continuing to value our friendship over the years, even though I can't enjoy all the food that we should be enjoying. But too many more spa days. I love you. To Anya, thank you for mentoring me through the hardest first year I think I could have had. I had a tough set of kids, but thank you for always believing in me. You were there in my interview, and you're still here in my life now. I look up to you, and I feel like I can turn to you for anything, so thank you for all your help. Camille, you have been with me since literally day one. Thank you for living with me through my whole life. Thank you for allowing me to be to love you and to also be mean to you, because I know everybody's mean to you, but it's just because you're so bite-sized and you're so teeny tiny that we love you even more. So thank you for eating with me, and thank you for enjoying all the food with me and just having fun with me all the time. Clarissa, you are one crazy girl. Thank you for growing up. I love that you are unapologetically yourself, and you are just a fun person to be around, and thank you for being somebody who's very important to me. Hannah, thank you so much for coming in. Honestly, when I met you, I really didn't think I would like you. And then I started talking to you, and we started talking, and I just fell in love with you. I fell in love with your personality, and thank you for teaching me how to do makeup, and thank you for helping me through all my years at school, and just being a friend that I can always count on.
Lisa, we just, I really love you. Like, I don't want to make it weird, but, you're really cool, Lisa. We've had such nice conversations. You're so easy to talk to.
So there's too many things that I could say that would be inappropriate for this video. But I just want you to know that I appreciate our friendship. I appreciate you, and I just love you. And you're...
Hey.
There she goes.
you know, I remember everything she says to me. And like, for example, a few nights ago when I was saying goodnight and she was going to sleep and I helped her fall asleep. Sometimes I like to go in there when she's going to, usually I go to bed later. So when she goes to sleep, I'll go in there and I'll be rubbing her hand, you know, be laying next to her. And then when she falls asleep, I say goodnight, sweet dreams. She says, I love you. And that's kind of our routine, which I love. And a few nights ago, she said, you're the best thing that ever happened to me. And, you know, it got me choked up a little bit because someone that I love dearly saying something like that to me. And you know, what else could you ask for than to love someone completely and have them love you back? And I feel the same about her. She's been the best thing that ever happened to me. And the fact that she's agreed to marry me and be my wife is just, I can't tell you how lucky I feel. She's so beautiful and loving and wonderful. And I got to pinch myself a lot. Just like, is she sure? Like, me? Really? You know? And there's no one else I'd rather be with than Kyra. And that's why we're here right now. So baby, I love you. I accept you for you and everything that comes with it. And I'm looking forward to the next 50 years. Sorry, she says not 50 because I'd only be, 80? The next 60 years. I'll always be there for you to protect you and love you. So let's fucking do this, Mrs. Falk.
Well, I would want to tell Connor, thank you. Thank you for helping me think about myself and think about my well-being and put my health first, because I never normally tended to do that. So thank you for helping me help myself, and thank you for supporting me in all I do. I want you to know that I will support you through anything and everything that you do, because I love you and I want the best for you. And thank you for just making me happy every day and helping me whenever I need it. And I just love you. So thank you for allowing me to be me and loving me for me, because I do love you for all your quirks, for your weird things, your dirty feet and everything. I'll take you and the dirty feet over anybody else. I love you.
Richard and Laura Falk. I'm sure that you're here right now and you're a little surprised that I actually found someone that loves me enough to let me marry them. But I convinced her, and now we're here. So, you know, luckily all that praying worked. Next to her, there's no one I love more than you two. And, you know I appreciate everything. So, I love you, Dad, and I love you, Mom. So, thanks, guys.
I love you, Mommy, and I love you, Daddy, with everything. You have my heart always, and I will always be here for you. And I just want you to know that I appreciate all the time, the effort that you put into everything to make this day possible. I mean, it didn't just start with the wedding. It started when you guys decided to have a family together and you raised me. And thank you for putting up with me for all these years and supporting me. And every detail that went into this day you helped with. And so just thank you for loving me, and thank you for taking him and loving him into our family as well. I just appreciate both of you and everything that you've done.
I love you more than any person, anything I've ever loved.
I love you so much that even when I'm angry, I still love you.
Yeah.
And that's a lot.
That's true. Thank you. And we love Callie. I got her a cat for Christmas this last year. I am not a cat person, and she had to accept the fact that she was probably never gonna have a cat, at least for a long time. And I got us a cat. And I love Callie. She's awesome. So now I'm kind of a pseudo cat person with Callie, but I wouldn't have done that for anybody else. And she's seen me sing in front of her and dance in front of her. Mm-hmm. So I think she knows that I would, she's the only one I would ever do anything like that for.
How about
so if you're trying to get your boyfriend or fiance or lover or whatever to get you a cat, just watch a bunch of cat videos till they break down.